What's going on, P552? This is Zachary Perez, and this is my video response for the coaching philosophy video this week. Um, so the first question asks, why do you coach? Why are you drawn to the rewards and challenges of coaching? Um, when I think about my upbringing, um, I find that a lot of my coaches and uh, physical education teachers were the biggest mentors in my life. So, um, I think just realizing that they can have an impact on a kid's life or one of their athletes or students' lives really went a long way for me, and it was something that I wanted to do, kind of just to give back because I knew without a lot of those guys, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in today. So, um, you know, whether coaching's hard, teaching's hard, knowing at the end of the day that you can have an impact on a student or a player's life, and helping them develop into a young man or woman or whatever it may be, definitely makes it worthwhile and valuable to me. Um, why or what do you coach? Right now, I'm currently an assistant basketball coach at Cypress College. I'm entering my second year. Um, and I think my main objective is kind of just to develop guys and make sure that they're um, putting in the necessary work to hopefully make it to the next level. I find that a lot of kids at the junior college level are kind of in that developmental process where they're not mature enough, whether it be academically or physically or just in a skill sense, that they're not good enough for the 4 years. So I think it's awesome that we can kind of get them here, take them under our wing, and help them develop um, into those young men that go on to another program and that eventually make it into the real world and have their impact. So um, I find that basketball can go a long way in terms of helping kids and or young adults develop into successful people in society, especially at the junior college level where they need to mature. Next question is, how do you coach? Um, I came across the thing that said, "Are you a benevolent dictator or a democratic leader?" Um, I think I'm honestly more of a benevolent dictator, especially at this level because like I said before, there's guys that um, aren't necessarily extremely mature. So just making sure that you know that they're going to class or that they're understanding a concept or they're not messing around on the sideline is a way that I feel like I can get a lot out of them. I feel like um, they kind of need that push, and you know, I'm all for being a nice guy, outside the 2 or 3 hours of practice. But when it comes to practice, I feel like I have to be intense for the good of them and the good of the team. So that's something that that's how I coach. So everyone has their own ideals, but I feel like it's extremely effective, especially at this level. Um, how do you measure your effectiveness, goals, and objectives? One or two ways. If a kid can move on to the next level um, athletically, I feel like I've done a great job, helping develop him into a smart and skilled basketball player. And obviously, academically, those go hand in hand. So if a player can't move on if he doesn't have his academics in order. So I think just kind of how would I rephrase this? Kind of making a well-rounded individual in terms of a student athlete. Making sure that he's developed into a young man that's responsible enough to go to class and responsible enough to take on any sporting activities is how I measure my effectiveness, and then just how they incorporate themselves in the real world. Um, you learn a lot from sports, you learn a lot from school, but what it basically comes down to is how you incorporate yourself in the real world. So, I definitely measure um, my effectiveness on if they can move on to the next level academically, athletically, and if they can move on to the real world and have an impact. So that's my philosophy. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm interested in learning a little bit about your guys this week. So thanks for your time.